just had to decide I was just going to take some cookies up there one day. And I did. He liked them. He was like, bring a dozen. I came in basically with an offer. People would be silly to refuse because I'm adding to your bottom line by you putting something out on your counter. It's not really adding you no extra work for your staff or nothing. Add something sweet to the end of the meal, so it's going to raise your ticket. So I came in with something that was really hard to refuse. And honestly, watching it grow from like our first wholesale order, I think was like under $100 to being like, oh, can you bring twice that amount the next week? And then being devastated when like twice that amount didn't sell the next week. You feel me? Like, and pushing through that. And the fact that he was cool, bring the same amount the next week, and then they sold out. So him having that knowledge of his customer base was helpful. Him being like, just bring the same amount, even when I was feeling like real cautious, like, are you sure you want me to bring the same amount? Because again, I don't want nobody to be wasting their time or money either. And what I appreciate about Ian is like, he pays up front. And I appreciate that, because as somebody that has to go and buy these expensive ingredients, it's nice when a wholesaler is like, I'm gonna pay, because I'm just like any other vendor. If you go buy chicken, if you go buy anything else, like, you got paid to have it. So it's nice that he treats me the same way, because as you said, I've been trying to work with other people and it just never goes well for me. Like, Ian's very about his business, and I appreciate that about him. Never no hard feelings. It's all literally like what's going to be the best thing for everybody involved. If there's a flavor that the customers really like, we'll try to add it more to the menu. If it's something like, so just the consistent growth has been because we're both interested in it working. I feel like some of the other places I've tried weren't as interested in it working, and one where it was working really well, but it was working too well, which I don't understand how a product could sell too well when you're making money off of it. But I appreciate Lawrence Barbecue, the owner Jake. He runs Leroy's Taco Shop, and I have cookies there now too. And that relationship is like crazy because he's just letting me sell cookies there. He's just allowing me to have a spot on his counter, which feels like family to me. Unreal to me.
Hey, shout out to Lawrence Barbecue and Leroy's Taco Shop. I do with both establishments. I would say people might go there and say, man, so if there's a critique on his establishment, it would probably be like anything else. People say it costs a little bit more than what you want to pay.
So good though.
And I have to agree, the quality of what you get is pretty
good.
Like,
you paying for food that's made right there that day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you can go to Chick-fil-A today and spend $30 on 2 people.
Yeah, easy.
So why not go to a local location and spend $30 on 2 people and get food that was made for you today, not frozen and sent in? Like, I listen, I have a lot of opinions on what people say. That sounds crazy.
I agree. I think he's got a good thing going. I definitely rock with the brisket over there, super heavy. And one time, man, they have little special joints that come up every blue moon. But man, they had these beef ribs over there one time, man. Oh my gosh, beef ribs.
They got
crazy. The oysters be crazy.
Right
like they definitely got a pretty nice, like, I like what they do over there and I support them, but it's nice to hear that they're supporting you and what you're doing as well.
It's incredible. So shout out to my photographer, Anna, who shoots the cookie pictures, not the videos, because I shoot those myself. But she shoots all my like stills that are on like the website and stuff like that. She shoots all of those. She shoots for him as well. And she kept pushing me to talk to him. She was like, Ashleigh, go. And I was like, okay. And he was opening the taco shop. And she was like, this is the perfect time for you to go up there. And I was like, okay. And I was persistent. I probably got on his nerves because I was not going to go away, because I thought that it would be a really good link too. And it's turned out well. I like that it's very just like quiet and organic, and people just come and they're like, oh, there's cookies here. Because I don't push it as much because it's in a location where there's other sweets places as well. Yeah, and I don't want to step on nobody's toes because, like, for me, like I say, it just feels like he's doing something for family, and I appreciate that. I'm not trying to oversell there. I'm not trying to push crazy amounts of product through there to add some dessert to the counter. And I'm happy to be there. And it's crazy. When we're talking about fish, though, going back to the catfish, Ian just added a fish sandwich on Sundays at the Dankery. Anybody that was waiting for that is there available. you need to go get it.
Word up. So like just being a local, like the Dankery, Lawrence barbecue and the Leroy's Taco Shop, like those are some pretty high traffic, popular establishments in the area. And the fact that you were able to establish those relationships and get your product inside of there where they are, people get access to it is a huge accomplishment. So, shout out to you and the other parties involved for helping get that, off the ground and going. So I guess what I'm curious to hear is like you got the luxury brand coming. You're already kind of got your cookies. Like, I guess what do you have on the roadmap here in the short to near future as it relates to Ashleigh Bakes Daily and where people can find your cookies?
So I've started doing larger events this year: weddings, baby showers, bridal showers, birthday parties. So that's been pretty cool to allow people to sort of decide the flavors that they want.
Oh,
or
wow.
like, go back through like the videos I've made and pick cookies, because a lot of those cookies, like, I will only sell like by the dozen. So for people that are doing events, it's perfect. Because like if I'm gonna make a banana bread cookie, what people got to know is that I'm gonna buy the bananas, let them brown, make the banana bread, then make the cookies.
Oh,
So I'm not gonna make.
damn.
So I'm not gonna sell 2 cookies. Like it needs to be the whole dozen. That's why those cookies don't end up on the website, because
So you'll make the banana bread
the same way I make the cake for the red velvet cookies and cream.
Oh my goodness, yo! Oh my goodness,
So
that's
like
going
I
to
tell
be my
people
next.
no,
I'm about to get that red velvet next. You say you got to get a whole dozen?
unless I put them on the site for sale.
Hey, that's okay with me. So that's like, but
But they
to your
pop up
point, the perfect holiday or something like that. Like if you're going somewhere with family or friends and
Yeah.
you pop up with 12 of those, people gonna be straight.
They're loving you. They're
Yeah.
mad you didn't bring 2 dozen at that point. They're upset.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They're upset. And then I'm working on some cookie mix, some dry cookie mix, so people can bake at home with their families.
Oh, nice.
I
Nice.
got some testers out in the community now. People like trying to test them out and see how the dough bakes up. I've gotten good reviews so far, and I got a gluten-free and vegan set dough mix coming out too. So I'm just trying to get my name out there, trying to make it as worldwide as possible without franchising. It's just not something I'm interested in. Like,
Word. So the cookie mix, is it just add water or you gotta add more
you gotta add
ingredients than
butter
that?
and eggs only.
Butter and eggs only.
So it's
Okay.
literally on the same sort of scale as the cookie mix that they have now, except for it's gonna come out like my cookies come out. And you can make them smaller if you want, or bigger, because they're gonna bake the same way. You just gotta change your timing. But the dough itself will bake up the same. So it'll be nice if like a family buys a set and let me get these add-ons to be able to make this many. It'll just be cool for them to be able to do it as a family and just know it's gonna come out right every time and know what's going into it. Know that it's not no crazy wild ingredients in your stuff that you're making with your kids at home. But adding the vegan gluten-free stuff was important to me because people kept asking for it. Shout out to Brooke, who really pushed me out of my zone. She runs West Nutrition. She really pushed me out of my zone to make the vegan gluten-free. I worked on getting those done and I just kind of never returned back. Now I got that recipe locked in. So they come out just like the regular cookies. They come out exactly like that.
This the s'mores joint with the marshmallows and the graham cracker, man. This motherfucker, hey, I do like, cause but the Fruity Pebbles, that's probably my favorite one of the 3 that I had. I had the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, the s'mores joint. Y'all, just look at how thick the cookie is. You can't wait to break it open because the marshmallow's just like teasing you. You're just like, dang, like you just know, like it's teasing you. But this the s'mores joint. And when you say 3.5, like, I mean, let's just how we get it right in the middle there, like, yeah. Oh my goodness, like,